Howdy. That's an extension or an update or however you want to call it about this rock, which I picked up. There has been many other rocks there, or pebbles or however you want to call it. It is rather interesting, and of course I noticed there is green and red and black and all kinds of interesting colors. It seemed to be also rather brittle since it has this dents where the so-called or the surface broke. So it seemed to me it's rather soft and green. Beside other results about once again googling green rocks, I stumbled across Kimberlite rock. And there is many different kinds of Kimberlite rocks here visible, obviously. And in a way, many of them are green or greenish. And for those who don't know, Kimberlite is strongly related to diamonds. Here we have a Kimberlite pipe. And the common theory explains it rather strangely, how these form. But in the electric universe, it has been a lightning bolt, which also created diamonds. And I picked one paper from here, and I think it came across just before. This one, garnet. So that's the paper. A new Kimberlite pipe in Balgam Tota Banka Penahobilam, Anantapur district, Andhra Pradesh, India. Field aspects and preliminary investigations. 2017. We have even an email address. Kimberlite is an ultra-potassic rock that solidifies from magma violently ascending to Earth's surface from deep mantle below a depth of more than 150 kilometers. Kimberlites are rich in volatiles like H2O and CO2, which enriched olivine and carries metal rocks like eclocotite, iherolite, hartsbuchtite, dunite, etc. I have to say I don't care too much about iherzolite or Harzburgite or dunite because you have to wrap your head around one thing. There is the elements, the base elements, and they get altered through heat and the charge of them and all these kind of things. So it's all basically just a mixture of certain, in a way, together belonging elements. No, anyway, this would take really long to explain this. Geotectonically, the eastern Dharwar Craton forms a favorable province for kimberlite occurrences and has recorded more than 150 kimberlites in the WKF so far, but various public and private organizations, along with other cratonic. No, this was already a sentence. But anyway, this is how it looks there, obviously. We have granite, gneiss, granite gneiss. And I have been making videos about this region where I am. There are like these kind of diamond occurrences. The regional geology of the EDC shows prevalence of granitoid rocks in the Archean Age. But where was the one thing which was very interesting, because they were talking about calcite, calcium, which forms, what was it again? Calcium hydroxide if it gets wet, if it gets in contact with water. And here we have a cross in the ground, which is really interesting here on the right, number F. Andrew Hall. Can tell you many things about that. But here are the pictures. That's green, I would say. And specimen of new Kimberlite pipe rock showing a rounded olivine macrocryst and fine-grained ground mass B, large garnet xenocryst. Yeah, they have all kinds of funny names. They are hiding behind all those names. Petrography. Now I think we get somewhere. Under the microscope, the pipe rock reported here, P16, displays inequigranular texture. It is observed that the predominant mineral phase comprises pale green colored anhydral and subhydral olivine macrocrysts, which are often serpentinized within the fine-grained groundmass composed of microcrystic olivine, serpentine, phlogopite, ATC, and display intense carbonation. Phlogopite is abundant and characterized by pale orange to deep brown pleochroic colors, with irregular outlines exhibiting poikilytic relation with a fine-grained ground mass. In thin sections also. I don't have thin sections. I try to get some done, but I don't have the... I would need some glass and stuff. But anyway, my sections are much thicker than thin sections. Olivine occurs as a mixed assemblage of two generations of origin represented by macrocrystic and microphenocrystic eohedral and subhedral grains. The groundmass calcite is turbid and anhedral. Calcite. The groundmass calcite. So basically they are trying to say that the mass of the stone itself is basically limestone. The groundmass serpentine and calcite possess irregular ground morphology, indicating their late development among groundmass minerals. Microveins of secondary calcite are observed and replacement of calcite in olivine microcrysts, leading to heavy alternation to serpentine, and in turn to calcite is not uncommon. Perovskites are brown-colored, near opaque, and are anhedral, resembling cauliflower shape, sacred geometry, platonic solids, and so on. Showing light brown color in the borders and dark brown at the center. Both perovskite and fogelite and phenocrysts are noticed to exhibit zoning. Under the microscope, the nearby pipes 5 and 13 show petrographic similarities to the new pipe. Anyway, it is very interesting, but I guess very boring. So let's see some pictures I took with my microscope. It's not my microscope, but with the microscope. So that's the piece on top of a headlamp. A little bit more closer picture, which is still not sharp, but I showed them already. Under the lamp, you can see there is this kind of cellular structure, which I find very interesting. There's colors, there's metals, there is green stuff and yellow stuff. And here I try to take forward the metal which is in this little rock. that's my laboratory. The same headlamp works as a light source, and here we can see the rock, which is green, and it's just some basic microscope with this thing mounted on top that you can fix your phone in order to make pictures. So that's the very first picture I took, and it's already interesting. It's very interesting. I didn't have yet time to make any adjustments to whatever shades or contrasts or whatsoever. I just wanted to show you how it looks. I cannot tell you what we are looking at. There are like 90-degree angles and such. Very interesting. Squares. These are. In the beginning, I didn't notice that the camera adjustment was wrong, so the pixelation is quite heavy if you zoom in. At one point, I noticed it. This I tried to zoom in, but I couldn't. But there is this kind of, like spheres within spheres within spheres. There's this kind of, it just looks like, you can see it by yourself. I don't know. I couldn't make it sharp in any way. This didn't. It just, that's probably the best I could do. There are very interesting details. There's like, it seems sometimes there's like insect legs, but I think they just look like. This might be just all crystalline structures. Yeah, what is that? Insect leg? Yeah. This would be quite a scientific discovery, I guess. And there's like, I don't know what's the magnification of the microscope is all the time, like, because you can switch it. I was counting, maybe 800 times is probably the biggest, but that isn't probably the biggest magnification possible. I don't know. But check out these features. Maybe that's a picture we have to increase. That's a cool picture. I haven't had time yet to even watch those pictures. Yeah, that's very interesting. I would do this stuff anyway. No, it's just like making a video about that. This looks like an ancient, like, or some sea floor, ancient city walls. But that's under the microscope. This gray round rock I found turned out to be very amazing. Check it out. Maybe these are shocked quartz patterns, tetrahedrons. Within the quartz crystal, it would be shocked quartz, which would be quite a discovery in Finland. Now that's a video. Here I just zoom out. You see as I zoom like back and forth, or the sharpness, just the sharpness of the microscope, you can see somehow better the depth of the picture. And I had to adjust the sharpness and hold the lamp but simultaneously, and also somehow, yeah, sketchy works. Yeah, I don't know what to tell all the time because I'm just watching them the first time as well. And every now and then noticing some little features and trying somehow to zoom in. This has actually also this kind of boundary layer around it. That's a video. Check it out. Yeah, you see the LED light waves. It's not the best, but it's a rather strong lamp, so it works good for this. Yeah, whatever that is. It's just an impurity. Yes, obviously. Might be iron. And now we have a bigger magnification, but I think I lost the target. You know, if you move it just a little bit, you're off target. And with a little bit, I really mean a little bit, since we are watching with a microscope. And further, it is mirrored in a way. If you see it on the picture, it should go left, and you push left, it goes to the wrong side. Which is also sometimes something outraging. It can take a long time to get something in focus. This is this metal stuff, whatever it is, whatever metal, I really would like to know. Really. And here you can see different colors, brownish and blackish. This is this metal accumulation there. I don't know. Diamonds. Two of them. Maybe, who knows? I really think about sending at least a piece of that stone to some laboratory and ask, could you tell me what is in that stone? What is it made of? Anything special? Is there any shocked quartz in that? Nano diamonds? Something else interesting? Shocked quartz? Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I don't know if it makes sense to zoom that far in, but there is so much color. It's amazing. And that's the probably one of those little metal parts which are barely visible with the eye. And this yellow stuff, this looks actually it's golden in color. Here it rather looks like it would be some crystal. Maybe it is. I don't know. But if you look with bare eyes, it looks golden. And obviously the stone is wet. I wetted it because it's just so much more, it's better visible. Zooming a little bit back and forth and adjusting, trying to get some better quality. And that's probably the second highest resolution I can go, because after that it gets really difficult with the light. And also this kind of stuff is there on stone. The edge, where it's green and so. Here on the left we have green. Then we have this white or silverish, yellow, black things within the stone. And these kind of features. Yeah, there's like, that's also, that this I couldn't watch yet. Ah. Yeah, I think this is a very interesting stone. It is quite a grainy picture. Looks like a Van Gogh. Yeah, there's all kinds of things going on in this very little rock. Yeah, and those black things they have. It's not really visible, but it seemed that they would have these kind of things to the side. This is what intrigued me so much to take so many pictures of those. I don't know, it's not really visible here. Maybe it just looked like, I don't know. There's something blue and something red. Do you take the blue or the red pill? Yeah, I think I leave it here. Yeah. What an end for this video. How funny. Thanks. Bye.